that's a wrap. On winter build season, at least officially, the heavy lifting is done for both of our builds. There's still a lot that we need to finish up. Why don't you go first? What's left on yours?
So the biggest thing is it doesn't start always. So there's the fuel pump is wired into the main relay. This fuel pump relay comes off the main relay, so the ECU doesn't see the right amount of voltage, doesn't fire the spark. We're going to fix that hopefully this Tuesday. Simple fix. And then I need boost by gear. So we are installing a Dakota digital box with a Hall effect sensor on the drive shaft that will tell the ECU how fast I'm going and what gear I'm in.
Race car stuff.
So that I can, do 270 wheel in first, 300 in second, 325 in third, 350 in fourth, that kind of escalation.
400 in fifth?
Probably not. It'll be necessary to A, keep the transmission alive, and B, keep me alive because I don't have traction control or anything like that. So it'll just keep the rear end planted.
Nice.
And the last thing, once we get all that stuff ready on my car, is it's going to go back to the dyno for redemption. I got the 4-bar map sensor, so we're going to try and push for those higher numbers.
Nice. So that's next for you. For
Yep.
me, it's going to be all about like suspension. I think I've got some wheel bearings that are going, and then just sorting out details. Is anyone else who's ever done these engine swaps? Sorry, these turbo builds, especially when we're doing an under a week, there's some loose ends that I need to take care of that I've already started cleaning up, whether it's the wiring that we're just like throwing together or the catch can, some of that routing's not ideal. So I'll highlight the stuff that is interesting, but there's definitely going to be a lot that I'll do off camera as well that I've already started doing. Big heavy lifting's over as we move into kind of our official summer season, which leads us into our new shop, which while you're watching this, we should be moving into.
Yeah, assuming all goes well, on May 1st, we're supposed to be moving into a 3,000 square foot shop. It's 4 of us. It's Dylan and I, and then Cam, who you've seen on the channel. He's helped us out a ton. And our buddy Everett, who has an RX-8, who he should hopefully have his engine in by the time you watch this. Everett, if you're watching this, go finish your car. It's just a private space. It's not going to be a place somebody can pop in and just hang out for the day. It's just for us to work on our own stuff. But it'll allow us to do things like build the race car.
Yes.
We don't have space. I mean, there's a spot right here, but my wife needs it. We need a space for, several months to get this car up, tear it apart, and then rebuild it from the ground up. So that's going to be probably on and off a good amount of content over the summer and heavily into the winter. The plan is for 2022. It'll be, I'm going to say, track ready.
Mm-hmm.
Simple. I don't want to say simple build, but simple engine build like Dylan's was last year. Stock bottom end, maybe a little porting, but nothing that if the motor blew up, we'd be out thousands of dollars and tons of time. So
yeah, I think we prove out the concept with my car last year, and both of us at the end of that build were like, this would be like the ideal setup for just a car to learn how to drive fast up with. Plenty of power.
Yeah,
is
NA.
riot. Yeah, the idea there just being super reliable, inexpensive, and that sort of thing. So as we go throughout the summer, we'll probably pepper in some videos about that, and then in the winter, that'll be a heavy part of next year's build season. From there, we don't know. Who knows what happens to my car this year, or your car for that matter. So there might be, an engine build in there or something like that. But for sure, race car build is coming. And then that leads us into content that they can expect. So obviously, race cars coming. Shop, we're going to do highlights on the shop.
Yep.
We're going to get back into doing reviews as well. Obviously, reviews, if anyone pays any attention to our view count, they are by far the best performing videos that we have on the channel. And we have every intent to get back to doing that. We really wanted to obviously finish our cars mostly first and move into our shop space first, because we're going to do all the filming out of there. It's going to be that new location, so like meeting these people and driving and rollers, it's all going to be done from the shop. So that takes priority. Once we're in there, we'll start reviews hopefully like next month or so. And lastly, our whole summer season will be leading into a specific event, which I talked about in my last video.
Yep.
But we're going to...
we're going to go to Miatas at the Gap. And
Yeah.
We're going to film the trip down, road trip style. The event, while we're there, we'll probably be there, I don't know, Wednesday to Sunday type thing. And then, it's probably two episodes, kind of vloggy style. We're not going to bring, the gimbal and all that stuff, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But our main intent with Miatas at the Gap is to drive the Tail of the Dragon, all weekend. So we'd love to meet up with you guys and see some of your builds. You guys have sent me pictures. I've talked to a lot of you, a lot. Maybe do some quick little ride along or reviews and stuff like that. But
yeah, for sure. And it's a long drive for us. Yeah. We're in Rochester, New York, and it's
12 to 13 hours.
So it's going to be a long drive down, and that's going to be a lot of what I do to my car is to survive that trip. If I was just staying around town or driving it kind of similar to how I did last summer, where we did some day trips, but nothing more than 3 or 4 hours away, it's going to be a whole different approach. I've got wheel bearings to do that are probably okay, but are going, but I absolutely need to do before we leave. So a lot of
reliability stuff.
Yeah, that sort of thing. So stay tuned. It's going to be a fun season. We've got a lot of stuff planned, and we're just hoping to get out and meeting more of you, whether it's Miatas at the Gap or locally as well, and just producing more content, reviews, and all sorts of fun stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, and some of you who are local to Rochester have talked to me a couple times. If you are around here and you do want to swing by and say hi, we might be able to set something up where we can have a little mini meet.
Yeah, also we go to...
Cars and Coffee.
Yeah, at Little Speed Shop a lot. I think they just posted their next event.
May 15th.
Yeah, and I would like to do that. That might be another piece of content that would come where we probably wouldn't do much talking, but I bring my gimbal, we'll do a little video of a Cars and Coffee that we go to. And yeah, if we go, we'll post that up and let all local people know that, we can do a little meetup there as well. So yeah, stay tuned. It's going to be a good season.